Mr. Armstrong, explain me, please. What is it your profession? It's so high paying.
Dying. You see, every time I take a job, I expect to die.
Second class cinema. Wonder where we'll get together. Second class.
Welcome to Second Class Cinema, the show where we watch a B movie and immediately discuss. I'm Tom. I'm here with Brittany.
Hi.
Eric.
Yo.
And Greg. Right, we haven't done this in a really long time.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a really long time.
Yeah.
How many years has it been?
Since the last time we recorded one,
It's got to be at least 5, right?
5 years.
Oh, my God.
5 years. And it's the same exact crew we did 5 years ago, too. Which we also never posted.
Shit don't change.
Yeah. Yeah.
We say from a completely different location with like completely different lives.
Looking significantly older.
Yeah.
I'm very fat. Peak fatness.
Not fun. But yeah, so I guess we're recording, so I guess we're back at least for this one.
We're back for at least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
For this one. And
We have no plans.
no.
We just do.
Yeah. I like it though. I hope it comes back because I've waited my whole life for this.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll dive into what we watched then, right? Can we do that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
So we watched the movie Armstrong from 1998, and we watched it because I found it in a pile of movies that used to be my dad's movies. And as I'm, going through all this stuff, we were going through all of our movies just to see like what we wanted to keep and get rid of. And then I just come across this. I don't even know it was in my possession. I look at it and immediately I was like, all right, we got to get the guys together. We got to ring the bells.
Call the guys up.
This is an omen.
Yeah, this is good.
meant to be.
And that's why we watched it.
Yeah, today Tom was like, we didn't even watch this yet. He like picked up the DVD, looked at the cover, and he was like, I already have so much to say about this.
Well, I hope I can live up to it. So that's why. And so, Eric, I'm going to just
Why me?
immediately dump on you.
Why me?
As the resident best at this.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's easily the best at
I don't
this.
know who nominated me
Sorry.
for that, but that sounds wrong.
No, I think you earned it more than anything. You earned the nod.
Yeah.
So, if you can indulge us.
So the plot for this movie, I mean, we talked through a good 20 minutes of it, so I think I missed most of the important plot points. But best I can tell, there's some plot involving black market trading of nuclear missils involving both the Russian and the American mafia, which was maybe one of the most confusing plot points I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
And our main character, Rod Armstrong, I believe he's living in Russia, right? He's living in Russia and he's like doing this weird tryout to be like Russian security forces for like the government or something.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Train their guys to be as sick as he is.
And
Yeah.
one of his CIA buddies from back when he was working for the CIA was played by Charles Napier. I believe his name is Bob.
Yeah,
Not
I remember
recall his
that.
last name, but he looks like a Bob.
He does.
Definitely.
He's in Moscow for mysterious purposes, doing some shady spy shit, possibly involved with this nuclear arms trade. Maybe he's corrupt. I'm not sure. It seemed like he might be corrupt based off some of the dialogue that we.
He seemed like a nice guy to me. I don't know.
I don't know. He was awfully sweaty.
He was very
An
sweaty.
honest man does not sweat like that.
Every
I
single
sweat,
shot.
and I'm very dishonest.
Yeah, dude.
Glistening.
Yeah, he was so sweaty. Oh,
Uncomfortably,
I was
horribly
like,
sweaty.
someone dab this man, please.
Yeah, that was not good.
But at some point, the Russian mafia are aware of Charles Napier's presence, and they want something that he has, a tape or something.
That's
And
right.
it never occurred. Like, I don't
forgot
So
about
much
the tape.
uncertainty. So
Yeah,
much
the-
uncertainty.
It got brought up. Did we ever?
We never saw the tape. That
Yeah,
dude.
it was like a MacGuffin that disappeared from the movie.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
That's what I thought everyone was
hell?
after the whole time.
I
The
thought
whole
so, too,
time.
yeah.
They wanted
Maybe
the
they were
tape.
like nuclear launch codes or something. That's
Unless the
only
wife
other
just
joke.
made up. Oh no, because he told.
He told the
Armstrong
wife to,
about the
like-
tape.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, maybe the wife just made it up as like a hoax for a ponytail.
I remember him trying to hide it.
He was trying to hide it.
He was trying to hide it in like
That's right.
multiple suits.
Yeah.
It wouldn't fit, so he put it in the VCR.
But yeah, the Russian mafia find him in his little apartment. They shred him, as we have discussed.
His little apartment. That's insulting. His little tiny piece of shit rat hole.
Garbage shithole.
The dump he lives in, dude.
But the Russian mafia immediately 86 him.
Oh, yeah. Not even close, dude.
Yeah,
And his wife makes a very, very daring escape.
yeah. Sick one, dude.
And she eventually gets captured after like 5 attempts by the very incompetent Russian mafia.
Yeah.
And then it's like Armstrong's job to save her. For reasons I don't quite understand.
Yeah.
But he is the handsome man that's in charge, so he's got to do it.
I mean, they named the movie after him.
Yeah,
Half
dude.
of that statement is true.
Yeah. Right.
He looks like 8 different handsome men, but he's not quite handsome on his own right.
Yeah. There's
In
like
my
7
notes
different
under
handsome guys.
questions, I just put I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I don't think that's the important part of this movie.
That's not even a question. Either.
Because first I got all caught up in this tape conspiracy.
Same.
And then they like never mentioned it again, seemingly.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden Ponytail is like trying to assassinate the president.
That's
Is he the president?
I don't know.
I don't. I mean,
the president? Was that the John?
I asked you
was that
guys
the
like
guy?
3 times.
Was that the guy I was calling John Goodman the whole time? That guy?
I definitely called him the president, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I don't know who the president was.
I honestly could not possibly care less, but
Right. I know what you mean, though.
you know.
Yeah, this struck me as the kind of movie where the plot's not important.
Honestly, I was
actually-
very impressed by your breakdown. I was like, holy smokes, dude.
Yeah, we just were
I
through it.
got this movie.
I was like,
dude.
oh, you have it together. And then you got to a point and you were like, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, good, me either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked at this from a particular angle. When you pulled out the movie, I was like, okay, this could be one of 2 things. This could be an amazing second-class classic,
Yeah.
or I was expecting it could also be like a really dry Tom Clancy style Cold War thriller. Because it did say like Cold War
Yeah.
on the cover,
Yes,
and
it
I was
did.
like, I distinctly remember there was a time I was homesick from work. I was like, I'm just gonna sit here. I'm gonna watch some movies. I was like, oh, Patriot Games is on.
Oh,
and
no.
That I was like, Sean Bean's pretty cool, and it was
Oh,
like
no.
I don't even know how you can justify calling that movie an action movie because it was the most boring thing I've ever
That's
watched in
sad,
my
dude.
life.
Just a bunch of people talking.
Yeah, and here's the thing: Armstrong was the exact opposite of that movie. Like the exact polar opposite. The plot dumb as hell, doesn't make any sense. The acting mediocre, but
The action.
The action, dude.
surprisingly good.
Yeah,
and
man.
you know why? Directed by Menahem Golan of Cannon Films.
That is
There you
right.
go, dude.
The special touch himself.
Yeah. Working under a production company called New Image.
New image.
And
Like
you.
new metal, dude.
Yeah, like
and you.
and honestly, that was a huge selling point when I was looking at the DVD cover.
Soundtrack by Korn.
Honestly,
Honestly, that would fucking slap.
honestly, I think the DVD menu was Korn. I don't know, maybe.
The WWF entrance music, that was that was good
Oh my
stuff, dude.
God, that was so fun.
Yeah.
That was excellent.
That was excellent music.
Honestly, the movie looked great. I would love to know the budget because
Yeah.
it didn't look low budget.
It didn't.
No, and I think that has something to do with the director because he had probably a lot of experience stretching a penny working for Cannon Films. So I have a feeling they probably didn't have much of a budget, but he knew how to use it in a way that looked effective.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a product of like Hollywood machine type filmmaking.
Definitely.
And getting to a critical mass of being able to just produce
Right.
vaguely quality looking,
Yeah.
passable stuff that people are going to watch.
Pump into those movie stores, dude.
People are going to watch and maybe enjoy.
Right.
I think so. I think anyone that rented this movie while it was contemporary probably was pretty happy with their experience.
I would agree with that.
Definitely.
Like picking this up at the video store
Definitely.
and watching this.
The sort of person that self-selects to buy Armstrong is gonna like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Okay, you clowns, cut the crap.
Sorry, I'm just reading the IMDb trivia page on this.
Oh, is there good ones?
Hit me with something good.
So Golan plays the president of Russia.
Oh, there was
Okay.
a president.
All right, that tracks.
And then it says connections, references, Dunstan checks in.
Get out of here.
Oh, that's
Did we
weird.
miss that?
Yes. Dude, I loved Dunstan Checks In. I would have
Yeah.
caught that, dude.
On the unaired episode, that's
That's
what we
weird.
talked about before we.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
Before we
That's
actually got into
right.
the episode, we have like
talked-
recordings of us talking about Dunstan.
That's
Jackson.
right.
That's really weird
Because we're
That
doing
was-
Pee Wee things.
That was
That's-
5 years ago.
Strange.
That's weird.
Oh, what the hell
I
is
guess
the
we're
fucking
officially
weird, right?
in the
That's right.
successes portion of this podcast.
What?
But I guess we're officially in the successes
Oh, that's right,
portion of this
successes.
podcast.
Yeah, we segued like professionals and like
That was
we know
great.
what we're doing, and I was just gonna let it roll, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's okay.
I thought I was feeling a little at sea here.
No,
Yeah.
Unstructured.
It's true. I was gonna say, well, now that we're on successes, what else would we like to contribute
Yeah,
as
that's good.
positive features of the movie?
Well, great. You just cut me out saying that, and then you just said it.
No, I'm gonna
Good
keep
job.
it in.
Nothing hits the floor here.
Yeah, this whole thing is running. Every silent bit.
I feel like they pulled no punches, like action wise.
Yeah.
Everything
Yes.
got
They
shot
went
up,
for it.
smashed up, flipped over,
Blown- yeah.
crushed, blown
Dude.
out.
And it was very
Shredded,
like
starched.
Yeah.
yeah, there a lot. It was very like cold. It wasn't like Hollywood like theatrics. It was like I felt it super brutal and like super real and
Yeah.
you know
Not just a bunch of clever cuts.
yes like when Ponytail shoots Napier, that was like right to his head. I forget what he said before that. He gave a little
Oh, he was like looking for this. I don't know
Yeah.
if he's looking
Oh,
for his
yeah.
gun or
yeah
something.
yeah looking for this, puts the gun right in his face and pops him in the head, dude. We were all like, what? Whoa.
Yeah.
He was like a main character up to that point. He just gets like point blank blast in the face and then like shot 3 or 4 more times on the ground.
Yeah, because the guy got annoyed because he got blood all over his shirt. His
Yes.
shitty ass shirt.
His shitty
Whose
shirt, dude.
fault is that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Ponytail.
Idiot.
And the success, I would say for sure, is the stunt work. I felt like
Oh, yeah,
every
dude.
time there was a fight, every time there was any sort of a stunt, it was stuntmen doing stunts, getting thrown through glass,
Oh, yeah.
falling on top of vans out of second-story windows, and like legit. What was her name? Susan.
Yeah.
Had
Yeah.
one of the best, the little street.
The chasing.
Yeah. So it was very high on the action success.
Yeah,
for sure.
like that, specifically that chase scene and everything they pulled off was just awesome.
Crazy.
And for like, we actually, when it was over, we went back and we tracked it. It was 10-minute
10-minute,
chase scene
yeah.
of her like escaping this apartment, like
Jumping
running
on
off
roofs
through the roof
and-
and then
yeah.
jumping down and then through traffic and then
Yeah.
flipping over cars.
rolling
and
around in
Running
traffic.
down a row
Yeah,
of car
yeah.
hoods.
going, yeah,
Oh,
then getting
yes,
like
that
in
was
a,
sick.
an abandoned brick
Running
building.
through
like,
a mall.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Kicks a guy through a glass window.
Yeah, lot
So
of broken glass.
Lots
I like
of
Yeah.
broken glass.
I'm a
That
fan
was
of
really
broken
good.
glass, dude.
We were like, holy shit, how much time just passed?
Yeah.
And then we checked and we were like, oh my God, we're 43 minutes into this movie and it
Yeah.
has clipped,
When we checked, we couldn't believe.
which is definitely a strength. Joe Lara, the guy that played Ponytail,
Yes.
was really good. He was a good
Yeah,
villain.
he was sick. A believable villain that you wanted to like reach into the screen and choke.
He's actually referred to in the movie as Ponytail.
Yeah,
We're
he's
not
literally-
just, like being assholes.
Yeah. Yeah, he signed a little like threatening note with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Referred to himself as
I'm
Ponytail.
gonna kill you. Love Ponytail.
In fairness, if you don't know that guy's name and he signs it Ponytail, you immediately know who that person is.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
But he
For
was
certain.
a very like he felt kind of like a realistic bad guy, if that makes sense.
He did. He was like a little unhinged.
He was a
but,
little
like,
unhinged. He didn't waste time when he didn't need to.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
when he killed Charles Napier, he just pulled the trigger.
He
Right
needed it
there.
to happen.
Very,
Yeah.
very Hans Gruber of him.
Yeah.
He doesn't waste time when there's no time to waste. But
Definitely.
he'll play with his victims a little bit when he has room to work with it.
Yeah, he is a little depraved in that way.
He is. Yeah, because he played quite the game with Susan a bit.
He was doing his solo game of good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. Right.
I have a negative thing to say.
About him?
No,
Oh, I was gonna say, don't you dare. No, just kidding.
about Armstrong.
Oh, we don't. Why? What's wrong with Armstrong?
He has zero charisma.
Yeah, he's pretty weak in that
He was
department.
so boring. I feel like I forgot he was the main character when we were following Susan, and then we went back to him, and I
That's
feel like
right.
the back half of the movie like substantially suffered for centering him.
I was really hoping the rest of the movie was just gonna follow her and her action exploits.
Same. Dude.
Yeah, or like equally give them
Yeah,
screen time,
yeah.
not just like keep making her the damsel.
Yeah. Yeah. When she continues to prove that she's probably the baddest ass in the whole.
Yeah, she escaped
Movie.
those guys like 6 times.
Yeah. And then Napier said she's the only person that's ever escaped the
Like SEAL training?
yeah, the training that he set up. So she was like easily the baddest ass in the movie.
Yeah, he was not worried about leaving her alone in Russia at all.
No, dude.
When he was about to like peace out.
Definitely, dude.
So she was pretty badass.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Armstrong sucks.
No.
Yeah.
The movie is like good
Armstrong's
around
sick,
him,
yeah.
and he's just there.
Yeah.
Why was it why was it around? Like, why was he like
Yeah,
the
why is
son
he
of
the
this
guy?
movie? Why was everything orbiting around Armstrong?
Yeah.
Like, why did it?
No.
And Susan should have been the main character.
I
Even
feel
as
like they gave him no story. Also,
yeah, he was just
like
there
he's just
to
here
fill.
to do this.
Yeah.
No reason to really like
Yeah, that's true.
identify
And
or commiserate with him.
and Susan had like every reason to like they killed her father in cold blood, and she had all these reasons to
husband.
That was
like
her husband, dude.
yeah, her husband
He is,
Napier
like,
was her
3
husband.
times her-
Yes.
Oh, that's fucked, dude. I thought it was their dad, dude.
Shuttling her sweaty dad
Holy
around.
smokes, dude. Yeah. What the heck?
He's like 4 times her age.
Oh, that's a nightmare,
Yeah,
dude.
that was a little
Because one of the successes I forgot to bring up was Susan in the shower, dude. Because
that's what I was going to rewind to a little bit
she
ago.
was a beauty, and now that I'm just blown away that she was with Charles Napier. I thought that was
such a beast.
yeah, I thought that was her dad. But so they killed her
I bet
husband.
they got that question all the time.
Yeah, he killed her. They killed her husband in cold blood, dude. She should have been the focus of this movie. She had all the revenge to get, and the I feel like the mafia gave her the ponytail, and his crew gave her like the worst of the worst,
Oh yeah,
and like she continued to beat the shit out of them and like get out of it.
yeah.
So like Armstrong, dude, he was just a ghoul in the way.
Like, if anything, like the rivalry, I guess, between Armstrong and Ponytail almost felt manufactured by the end of the movie. 'Cause I
It
was
did.
Like,
It was like
how often have these two even really? interacted?
yeah.
Yeah, like he killed your friend, but
Right.
who cares?
Yeah,
It
right.
didn't seem like you liked them very much.
I know.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna fuck his wife.
Like how friendly are you? I don't know.
How good of a friend could
Yeah.
you be?
Who has forgotten about your existence?
For
halfway
real,
through the
though.
movie.
Are you the best kind of friend or
Yeah.
the worst kind of friend?
Oh, dude, I can't believe that was her husband.
Yeah.
The whole time I was like, dude, I can't believe they just killed her dad like that. That's what I thought. I was like extra savage. I was like, oh my god, dude, just fucking. They just tossed the guy toss him for a ride, dude.
Another thing I didn't like was Ponytail's death. I feel like like I know he came back. He got stabbed once and then like quickly died, and
We were
all
very
like,
upset.
boo.
Yeah.
And then he like woke up, wrenched the knife out, and they fought for a little while. But I feel like it was still lackluster.
Yeah, I feel like there's a certain, like I said, there's a certain lack of like true good guy bad guy chemistry between the two of them. Mm-hmm. It's really felt like that fight would have been very satisfactory if Susan was doing the fight.
Yeah,
there.
dude.
Definitely.
But because it's Armstrong and Ponytail, like,
and they make him like such an annoying bad guy that you really want to see him like get got.
Seriously.
right. And he just kind of gets like, he doesn't even get thrown out of a second story anything.
No,
he just gets pushed through a glass window and falls down about 4 feet.
Yeah,
like a flight.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's got the leg bent backwards.
He does have the leg bent. You know, he's dead.
It was a death fall.
Yeah. We know it was definitely far enough to die.
The only person that survives a fall like that is Billy Blanks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
William
I got
Blanks,
the callbacks
dude.
right here. You know, it's only been 17 years since we watched that movie, and I have a mental image burned into my head.
Wow.
Billy Blanks with his leg bent backwards and Expect No Mercy.
And he lived on.
He lived.
That's
To this
that's
day,
actually,
Billy Blanks is still alive.
That's actually messed up. It's messed up. All right. So, any other negatives since we've transitioned, or any other positives we want to discuss before we move on?
I actually had one more positive success that I forgot to mention.
Okay.
The lady that was playing the piano in that scene was actually playing the piano.
Yeah.
And you never see that ever. And she was playing the piano, and it was dope. And I was like, wow. They went, you know, nobody's even know this movie exists, but they made sure they got a lady that could play the piano for real, dude.
So wait, do they usually like dub in a track?
Usually you just
usually fake it.
Yeah, you usually don't see their hands, and they kind of we're playing. Or even if you do see their hands, you know, it's never like you can always tell.
Yeah.
But she was like,
No, they were. She was
wow,
really,
dude, she was really playing that thing.
I also want to. I
like that.
I want to talk about the post-shower situation again.
Yeah,
just really quick because I just want to bring it back up because
I mean the shower situation was pretty fun.
Tom's only talking about the post-shower.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
the post-shower.
It's not that grimy.
How she runs around Russia in like a flimsy wet shirt.
Yes.
Still kicks everyone's ass.
Yeah,
exactly. Like so, she she gets her shower interrupted by these guys, and I mean you never see this in movies, but you saw the whole situation.
Oh right, yeah.
And you know these guys come in to rough up her day, so she just throws her shirt on,
That's
and
a
then
good
you
point,
can see through the shirt for the entire chase scene.
Yeah.
I just thought that was Nice touch.
It was a nice touch.
I just wanted to say that was cool.
And that's a good
Just
point.
for continuity purposes.
Yeah, you never actually see the whole situation. You're right. You see, like, they kick in the front door and the person's already running, but, like, you got to see the panic of somebody, like, taking a shower when people, like, invade her home.
Yes.
So I was like, wow, that was, like, kind of real and intense.
Yeah.
And that's all she had, dude. She was, like, still sopping wet.
She's soaking wet.
Yeah, just threw whatever she had on and booked.
And that, it was cool.
It was neat. It was neat.
I just don't see it.
That's when she jumped out the window as well, right?
It was right before she, because she got busted at that point, and then she had to use a chair.
That's right. Break out the window.
To break the window and take a run.
Climb
Yeah.
onto the roof.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, where she did a little Jackie Chan thing from the
That's right.
the pole where she's like, if anybody's ever seen a Rush Hour when they're on the bamboo, she did like one of those little maneuvers and like jumped on this pole and it like swung her
off
down. Yeah, it was really spectacular.
It was
It was
a
a stuntman doing the whole thing.
Yeah, it was good.
Failure that we didn't call the stunt with the dueling machine guns.
Oh, Frank Zagarino's son
Yeah,
double,
yeah.
who just looked like
yeah.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah, yeah. Armstrong's double shooting this car with these two AK-47s, and the car like does a little side barrel roll, and Armstrong is like, he's gained like 40 pounds, and he's like 70. Oh my God. And it's like clearly a stuntman. And
who's the guy who played Doll Man? He kind of looked
Tim
like
Thomerson?
Yeah, he kind of looked like Tim Thomerson.
He had that same fuzzy hair. Like
He did.
Didn't we notice another bad
Yeah, there was
stunt double for? Was
I
it
think
Susan?
Yeah, Susan's was like glaringly obvious.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah, it's just so funny that they'd put like somebody who is much older and
So,
much more
like-
frail and harm's
Oh,
way
it's-
over Armstrong, who can obviously handle it.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was an odd choice.
Armstrong.
Armstrong, dude.
All right, so after we're done with the successes and failures, we move on to favorite parts.
That's right, dude.
Would we like to throw any favorite parts out there
I mean-
that we kind of haven't already talked about through the successes?
I was gonna say Susan's chase scene is my ultimate favorite part.
Oh, that's mine too.
That's got to be on everyone's list.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Man, all the wide shots of the cronies running down the street. They were running so fast. And it just looked so sick. The camera was like following them down the street, and they were taking this huge
just like a
strides.
mob of people.
Yeah, and then it's like, just mobs of people like haul assing through the street, and the cinematography following them. It was just so intense,
Cars just
And- yeah,
smashing into each
so
other
much fun.
like repeatedly.
unbelievably fun.
Yeah, it was a 10-minute scene at about the 40-minute mark. So at that point, that moment comprised of 25% of the movie,
Yeah,
which was awesome. It was just like, wow, this movie's
So good.
ripping.
so good.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen a foot chase go on for that long in a film ever. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
like I'm surprised I haven't seen that in a movie of a higher pedigree, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
Why aren't we talking about, oh, dude, that was just like blah 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 movie from 1988? Like, why is
Honestly,
why
it
is
was
this
like-
only Armstrong?
If Run Lola Run was like 10 minutes long.
Right.
And it's like stealing the show, obviously. It's like the one thing we keep going back to about how cool it was. Even though like Armstrong's action sequences were cool, like all the shootouts were cool, but like
yeah, they were cool.
he just didn't.
I mean, he like dual wielded some AKs, which was like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a ton of fun to see.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
that was neat.
that's what you want to see. That's why we hit play.
Yeah.
I only
Most
had
of the
one
time.
other favorite part:
What do you got?
the fiddle player and the bear
That
in
was
the
a good
middle
one,
of the
dude.
street.
Dude, I love
There was
that.
like a guy playing music for money, and he had like a bear with like a muzzle on.
Yeah, that's right.
So weird.
Yes,
But pretty sick, honestly.
it was sick, dude.
Sad but sick.
Sad and sick, dude.
I have a favorite part I'm going to throw out, and it's a kind of an overall thing, but also has a specific thing. It's the slow motion in the movie,
Oh, dude.
where it was good. I think we got a few car flips, and we got that moment where they were like just the bad guys ponytailing as goons were kind of just unloading their guns in the
Yeah.
apartment and everything. And what
Yeah.
they did was, and we called it out at the time, which was a ton of fun, is the slow motion picture, but then the normal speed audio of somebody
Yeah.
saying the line that they said in
It looked
ADR.
so sick, though.
There's something about watching that happen where
Yeah.
you're like, I know this isn't really
Success.
happening.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
this isn't real.
Right.
And it's kind of like off-putting.
Yeah.
But something about it is very engaging.
It's cool, yeah.
They could have done more slow-mo, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like there
They
was
should have
more.
filled this movie with slow-mo.
There was more to be
I agree,
had.
we should have been slow motion.
It already could have lost like 15 minutes, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would have taken 5 minutes longer if I saw more stuff in slow motion that we had already seen, like things that were already in there that they just slowed down.
Right.
They added 5 more minutes of that. I think that would have been cool. That and the the DVD menu.
Oh my!
That's one of the better.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's a better DVD menu. What's that martial arts movie that has the quiz?
Breathing Fire. Breathing
That's
Fire had
the
the
best
quiz.
one. Because how often do you get a nice quiz to go along with your movie?
That's right, dude.
But
Nightly news.
Armstrong is a close second.
It's all of the trailers that we saw leading up. We skipped the trailers in the beginning because we thought we were going to get something spoiled from the movie we were watching.
Yeah,
That's right, yeah.
So we watched the entire movie.
Because it was a different movie that had our two main actors,
Yeah.
Ponytail and Armstrong.
Doing
Both
all
of
the
them
exact
and like
same
the
things.
same things. Like this one trying to stop this one from like detonating a nuke. Ponytail's the bad guy. Armstrong's the good guy. What was the name of that movie?
Cold.
U.S. SEALs.
U.S. SEALs.
Wait.
No, it was Cold Harvest.
No, that was all Gary
Gary
Daniels.
That's right, dude.
I forget what the
US SEALs
It was
then.
like one word. Warhead.
Warhead.
That's right, dude.
Warhead, yes.
And we were like,
good
shit,
call.
that's the same guys that are in this movie.
Yeah.
Do not watch this.
Yeah.
Right?
And Warhead looked incredible. Warhead looked better than this.
It did.
But then when we got through half of this movie and it had no jet skis, I was like, I don't think it's the same.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude. Jet
those jet
skis
skis
and,
look
and
so
ice
sick.
hockey,
They're
like, wow.
Yeah.
Just wow.
No
and,
kidding, dude.
and, I wonder, we've been doing this a long time. Where has this been?
Seriously, how
Where has it been
none of us
hiding?
have heard
Who
of this?
never told us about this? Like,
Why isn't this
shame on you?
everywhere?
Well, we knew about the production company, right? And we just never delved into it. That's on us.
I mean, we knew about the production. I never heard of a new image until today.
No, I was
Same.
aware of Menahem Golan.
Yes.
and
like
what's his name,
Canon
Globus.
Films.
Yes.
But I didn't realize that they were producing films this late into the 90s.
Yeah.
I kind of assumed that they packed up shop or they had like a different level of involvement with filmmaking after Canon Films failed.
Yeah.
But as it turns out, they just kept making 1985 action movies
Through the
after
night.
Face Off came out,
Yeah.
and it works.
I think
Yeah,
it works
so-
better than the 85 version most of
Absolutely.
the time. Like this
I mean, we're
movie,
definitely going to watch every movie we saw a
Oh,
trailer
yeah.
for.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm going to watch, honestly, anything that's new image is now worthy of
game.
my time.
Right.
Yeah. And it's not like, okay, we know who this guy was and it's we've seen other things that he's been a part of and everything, but like no one's talking about new image. Like,
Nobody.
That's all I'm saying. Like no one mentioned this in our past.
No.
Yeah.
And like
And I've been listening.
It was a happy accident.
For real.
Kind of stumbling upon
Now,
this.
I'm going to say something maybe vaguely controversial. I don't think to anyone in this room. But like, to your point, like this is better than some of the original action movies that they made back then.
Oh, definitely.
Delta Force is a boring piece of shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I resent anyone that recommended that to me. And I wish that those movies were like this, or I wish people would have told us about new image movies instead, because they've refined the formula to what we want it to be.
Which is fun.
just nothing
Yeah,
but
right?
dumb fun shit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Which Canon Films got right sometimes,
Yes.
but other times they did not.
Which is
Yes.
why we're like, we have no idea what was happening or why, but man, it was fun to watch.
For
I'm
real.
in for it.
Entertained.
So much fun. Entertained throughout, dude.
That's what it comes down to.
Right?
It's that easy.
Just entertain me. That's it, dude.
Fucking put a smile on my face,
That's all I
dude.
want, dude.
That's it.
Easy to please, dude.
And honestly, I'm there for you. I put on a movie, dude. I'm like, all right, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm watching.
Right.
What do you got for me?
The most I can ask from a movie, or at least the least I can ask from a movie, is that it be memorable, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
like, looking at the episode list from Second Class Cinema, all 100 or so episodes that we did, I'd say like 60 of them, I was like, I have no recollection of ever seeing this movie.
We watched a lot of garbage.
Right. And not like memorable garbage.
Yeah, we
like,
junked
not
it up.
real bad stuff, just bad stuff, which is the worst you could possibly be.
Yeah, not counting all the stuff we never did episodes on, and all the stuff we didn't even watch all of because it was so bad.
Right.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it was
god, yeah.
And the beautiful thing about Armstrong is I already know that I'm going to remember this movie. Like, this is
Definitely.
going to be something that's kind of like seared into the back of my skull for the, at least another 10 years, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's it. So now we're like shelf lifing the memory of movies. Like if I can remember this movie for like 10 years, I think I
It
like
was
it.
worth it, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
worth
think
it.
so.
10 years of memories, I'll
What
take
happens
it.
when you get old?
That's all you hold on to. It's like, well, I'll remember it for a while, and that'll be nice.
We watched Parole Violators about 5 years
Oh,
ago.
dude,
I think
Parole
I've got about 5
Violators.
years on that one.
Yeah. Good call, dude. That was the one the guy wasn't he carrying around like a camera and he was like filming.
Oh yeah, he beat up like a guy in a convenience store.
Yeah, it was almost like bum fights.
His name was
It was like a guy carrying a camera around. He was like doing stupid shit on camera and like people like fighting and stuff.
his name was Miles Long.
Wow,
and there was
that dude. Holy
Miles Long,
smokes,
Peter.
Miles Long, Miles Long.
And it had that bizarre scene where like the bad guys like put a girl on like a raft in a pool and like they started.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Like it was
that.
such a weird, strangely low budget movie.
Yeah, I do
That had
remember
like
that
moments of excellence.
I don't believe that this is real.
We should revisit that one sometime if we're gonna keep doing this.
now. Yeah,
yeah, I'm in. Yeah, because there's a big gap of movies we've watched that we can certainly revisit now.
Yes.
That will be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah,
to
it's
go
not
back
like
on.
we stopped watching garbage.
Oh yeah,
We just stopped talking about it.
In public.
yeah, on,
Right.
in microphone form. That makes sense. All right, so should we rate it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's rat it.
So let's rate it then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Yeah,
fuck
I'm gonna
you.
have to give it an unfortunate fuck off.
Oh my god, my fucking father.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
It's been a while since we've rated anything.
Should we re-explain the scale?
I guess we can re-explain
so,
the scale. So I mean, if we really liked this movie, I think we would give this a fuck yeah. If we thought this movie was middling, forgettable, maybe we forget about it in a week instead of 10 years, then it's probably like a fuck off. And then if we remember it for 10 years because we hated it so fucking much and it was really annoying, then we probably give it like a fuck you.
That's right.
And then of course there's all fucks in between.
Yes.
And then any fuck you.
Any
like.
fuck you like, dude.
Phrase it in the form of fuck. I would be explaining this to our guest, but our guest is actually the second class historian. So
This guy knows more about second class cinema than I do.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're like, what? We talked about this. What was it? What movie was
Like-
that? And he's like, oh yeah, that was episode this. It was about this movie. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, dude, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. That's what
Mental-
you sound like too.
I got a kick out of this podcast,
Yeah.
and I always wanted to be on it. And about a decade ago, Tom was like, "Hey, dude, you're gonna join second class cinema," and then we never did anything until right now.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hey, guess what,
Here we are, dude.
dude? Right?
Here we are.
It happened, right? It's gotta be
It happened.
patient, dude.
Unsheathed.
Yeah, there you are.
I've been
You've been
unsheathed.
unsheathed, dude. That's right.
I don't like this at all.
What?
Unsheathed like a sword.
Yeah, that's how. What you
Oh,
do.
that makes it
Yeah,
better.
Yeah,
I know what you
easy.
do with the sword.
Easy.
What else do you unsheathe? By the way,
Yeah, right.
some sort of sharp thing, right? You know,
Jon Snow has.
you're
He unsheathes.
sheathing sharp stuff. But what are we rating this
I
movie?
almost said corn on the cob.
I think you.
I mean, if you have
unsheathe it,
if you have a cob holster, yeah, you might. unsheath it.
Yeah.
You know,
Want
so you
one?
can-
Yeah.
That you can fill with butter.
Yeah, yeah, you have like a bandolier with butter.
yes.
Corn holster.
That's pretty.
I'm gonna give this movie a fuck yes,
Oh, okay. That's one
Okay.
click under a fuck yeah.
Yeah.
because I would definitely recommend it to anyone who likes B action movies if they hadn't seen it yet. I think it's definitely a fun enough time to watch with or without friends. Your choice.
Yeah.
You fucking.
I don't
losers.
need you guys.
If you're excited about Armstrong, you might not have friends. So
But no, I would definitely recommend this to someone of our ilk who likes the same stuff that we do.
yeah.
Fuck yes.
And I'm kind of sad that it has escaped us for so long, but I am excited about all the new titles we're
Yeah,
going to
for
view.
real.
That's a good thing because I feel like shit got a little stale. You know, I wasn't really falling in love with much. I mean, every so often there'd be like a special thing. You'd be like, oh, that was fun watch.
Yeah.
You know, that was really good.
Right.
But it was getting fewer and further between. But so no, I'm glad we have like this little rift now.
Plus, the scroll just kills us. Or
Yeah,
if we don't have
the
something
scroll.
like we already know we want to see, then we just scroll forever,
Yeah.
and then it's
Stuff.
too late to start over if you put on a piece of shit.
The scroll. Yeah, for real.
Greg?
You know what? I'll go fuck yeah, I think.
Whoa, right to the
I
top
think I'm
shelf.
going fuck yeah, dude. That was like it was a lot of fun. I thought it was a blast. I had some good laughs. I'm a huge stunt guy. So I was happy to see like a lot of real people doing real stunts.
Always
A
fun.
lot of glass breaking, a lot of guns and awesome action. So I gotta go fuck yeah, I think.
I would love
That's-
to count how many cars they destroyed in this movie.
Yeah.
That's a
A
good
lot of
one.
cars
Probably
got
like a
wrecked.
dozen.
yeah,
Oh,
Definitely.
Easily.
Definitely.
Probably 2 dozen because I'm just thinking of the
Definitely.
line of cars that they ran through during the chase scene where it was just all those parked cars.
Yeah.
I mean, there was at least a dozen there.
Yeah. Oh, and then they torched that like oil rig at the end that he lit the roof on fire.
Oh yeah, that was sick.
So that was probably an expensive
So we didn't even talk about that.
expensive toy to blow up. And I forgot to mention the when Napier tripped on the rug and they left it in. So that went into my fuck yeah, dude. Seeing Napier almost eat shit on a rug and then not editing out or having him redo it.
That's good.
One of my favorite parts of our commentary watching this was when Armstrong meets his friend Bob and in Russia, and they give each other like a hello hug. And they're slapping each other on the back. They do it like 6 times.
right.
And Tom just yells, "Stop slapping!"
Dude, it was they slapping each other, but it was like so hard.
It was too much.
Yeah, but then they like unembraced,
Yeah,
they, like
and
distance, but then they were like still back slapping
kept
each other. I was
slapping.
like, what is happening?
Dude, so many. It was obnoxious.
So many slaps.
I'm uncomfortable.
Hard slaps, dude.
I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna.
What are you gonna do to it?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna be very gentle with it. But I think I'll give it a fuck yes. I'm not gonna give it a fuck yes.
Sucked.
I'm gonna go to fuck yes.
Making me look like a fucking idiot.
Because I don't want to go to the top shelf because I do think there are more new image movies that we might like
That's
more,
right.
and I want to give them some wiggle room. So I kind of don't want to go right to the ceiling. But I did really enjoy this, and I think it deserves the fuck yes.
It did have a weaker second half, and that's
Yeah,
what kept
there
me
were-
from the territory.
Mhm. And there were some dips. I'm sure there are dips in all these movies. We'll just see how deep the valleys go.
True.
But for this one, it got, it was good. It's a fuck yes. I'm not, but I'm just a little bit draggy at times. But other than that, would recommend. Eric.
I'm also going to give it a fuck yes.
Fuck yes.
Pretty much for the exact same reasons you said.
Yep.
I think if this movie had been released without trailers on it, I would have been probably more likely to go, fuck yeah, that was fucking incredible.
Ooh,
But-
yeah.
Because now I'm aware of the existence of Warhead,
We're
which
getting
looks
greedy.
better, and Cold Harvest, which also looks much better.
Cold Harvest looks sick.
It's hard for me to say, like, I want to give this one a fuck yeah when it's already showing me movies that are better than it.
Good point.
Yeah.
And I know that's probably unfair because, it could just turn out that this movie is a 9 out of 10 and those are a 9.5 out of 10. But
But
it's
they also
not-
could have showed us all the good parts in the trailer.
Right.
Exactly.
Of course.
Could get duped.
But we
I-
do. Oh, sorry. Go.
I don't think that's going to be the case though, because we do have a 2-minute trailer for Armstrong, and I watched it in advance of seeing the movie, and I told you guys, yeah, we should absolutely watch Armstrong. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
And you guys, kept you kept from watching the trailer before we actually dove in, but they didn't just say we have 2 minutes worth of watchable movie here and we're going to cut a trailer around it. We were engaged with this movie for, I'd say, at least a good 30 to 45 minutes of it.
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
So I have my doubts that they've done the same thing with the other trailers on this this disc. I think they're probably being very honest with their representation of the movie, and that's just nothing but crazy, ridiculous action.
Yep.
Yeah, if the rest are as good as this, I will be so pleased.
For real.
Yep.
That's all I can hope for, dude.
Agreed.
I would also like to see if we can find some earlier than this.
Oh,
Like
pre-98.
early 90s.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
In the 93, 94 range.
I don't know if any exist, but
Yeah.
we'll have to do some homework.
Yeah, we'll look into it because that's not what we do. We don't look into this stuff. We just react to what we watched.
Right.
Sometimes we look into it a little bit, or sometimes we happen to know stuff.
Also true.
But this we just enjoyed for what it was, and
Because it fell into our lap.
because it fell into our lap, right? Because you go through a pile of stuff and you pull out a piece of trash, and you're like, you know what? Maybe I like this piece of garbage.
And you spit on it and you give it a shine.
give it a quick shine, and
Yeah.
then you can see yourself in it, can't you?
You see yourself in that garbage, dude.
It's just a reflection of you in that trash.
And then you say, fuck yes.
They said, yeah.
You
dude.
shout to the world, "Fuck yes!"
Yeah, dude.
And that's what we do here. It's therapeutic.
I said, fuck yeah. I feel like an idiot now, but
You kind of are an idiot a little bit about it.
I'm an
Actually, I
idiot,
changed
but-
my mind. You are an idiot.
You were just overexcited. I get it.
You got
I
to the
was
top
really
shelf.
excited, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't get much higher.
You
I
can
was
just
really
do what we
excited.
do, which is like 5 episodes from now. I'll be like, you know what? I changed my mind about
Yeah.
that.
So I know I have a mulligan in there that
Yeah, you can't change it now, but
No,
you
no,
can
yeah.
reflect on it later.
you have to sit and think
Yeah, you have
about
to
what
think
you've
about
done.
think about what you've done.
right, dude. Definitely.
All right. So, any final thoughts before we wrap up here on on our comeback tour.
Something that we noticed throughout the movie is that almost every single notable character in this movie, their actor looked like another more famous actor, and it was so distracting. Specifically with our main character Armstrong, we came up with like 8 different people that this guy looked like.
Yes.
And he doesn't quite look exactly like any of them, but he looks like all of them at the same time.
Sometimes.
And
It's very weird.
So, I mean, if you'd like, I can present the list.
I would love to hear the list.
And if you guys want to throw any more on top of this that I may have missed, go for it. Mm-hmm. He looks just a little bit like all of these actors. He looks like Michael Biehn.
Yes.
He looks like William Zabka. He looks like Dolph Lundgren. Looks a little bit like Kiefer Sutherland.
Dude, hold on.
Definitely Zabka the most.
Zabka for sure. Kiefer Sutherland, when you first said that, I was like, no fucking way. And then there was like, I don't know, a minute later, there was like a shot of him like on the rafters, and like he turned around and I was like, that motherfucker. You really look like Kiefer Sutherland right there. That's crazy.
Just for a second.
Just for a second.
He also looks like Sting, the wrestler.
Dude, yeah, that flat top in that other movie.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
He also looks like Sting, the singer.
Also, yes. While looking like the wrestler.
And finally, when he's wearing those, he's wearing kind of like those very 2000s, like early 2000s-ish, like tiny mirrored sunglasses. He looked like Jeremy Irons in Die Hard 3, like almost exactly. It was so weird.
Yeah.
And like, he was like the worst amalgamation of people because he looked like 8 people, but everyone else also looked like 2 people.
At least.
Like our bad guy Ponytail kind of looked like Jared Leto, but also a little bit like Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Less scummy version of Jared Leto.
Somehow.
And this guy punched a lady in the mouth.
Yeah, somehow.
Like Armstrong's buddy looked kind of like John C. McGinley. Not
did.
quite, but
not
he
quite.
did.
And then also like Dudikoff.
Also like Dudikoff, exactly. Yeah, he was also 2 people. It was almost like the entire movie was AI generated, down to like the way the script was written, the way the action scenes were done. It was like it kind of felt like someone wasn't really making decisions, like a computer made all the decisions like a human would, and it got pretty close.
Yeah.
I had some just like silly notes that should have probably gone along with the bear and the fiddle. There was Hey Diddle Diddle. When they're at the opera and he's like trying to assassinate, Ponytail is trying to assassinate the president of Russia. He dips out into the hallway with a weird briefcase, and an usher stops him and is like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "Cigarette?" And the guy's like, "What's in that case?" And he's like, "Oh, these are cigarettes." And then he hits him with the case. I was like, wow, that was some really special dialogue. And then, when they're at Susan's husband's funeral, there's like a weird random band of like 25 guys following them around playing like
Mafia music.
Oddly like mafioso, like funeral march, and they're all just like slowly walking behind them looking sinister.
It's like the saddest brass section waltzing down the street.
It was really weird. I was like, why do I feel like they're like mocking them?
I know, I did request that for my funeral.
And then there's one part where Armstrong is in a car and he tries to like stuff an AK-47 in his jacket, like in his jacket pocket, it looks like, and we're just like, that's not gonna fit, bro.
And then he puts a second one in his other side of his jacket, which also doesn't look great.
He was like genuinely trying. We were like, what are you thinking?
Greg, any final thoughts?
I think you guys nailed all the final thoughts that I had.
You had all those final thoughts?
Well, not that,
but just like those last hanging
but
bits.
That I meant that the final thoughts that we had talked about already.
Yeah.
You guys talked about already. I really like the guy getting hit with the cigarette briefcase.
That's
so stupid.
It was really stupid. But then we started laughing at that. When that guy wakes up, he's gonna be like, "Dude, there's no fucking way there was cigarettes in that suitcase." Knocked him like out cold.
Those were not cigarettes, man.
No way.
You can tell we're such oldies now because we were like, don't you dare ruin this beautiful opera with like a bomb or
Yeah,
something.
what are you idiots up to, dude?
Yeah, we
This
are
guy's about to
oldies.
cause a muck.
We're so oldies. We're worried about amucks.
A mucks at the opera?
Yeah, that's actually. I'd like to watch that. Can we make that?
Yes.
All right.
It's hot as hell in here.
We're cooking. And there's a giant AC staring at us that we can't put on because of the audio.
Oh.
Would it do much though?
Oh yeah, that would be quick.
Are you sure?
Pop. Yeah.
Oh wait, pop like shut it off.
Wait. Oh no, it would ruin the audio.
Oh
Yeah, for sure.
Just the sound of it.
oh,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
a loud boy, dude.
Oh, it's an AC. What, what the fuck do you think is going on here? Give me the quietest AC you have, dude. I'll hear it.
We're not rich. We don't have central
We get
air.
a loud boy, dude. My central air sounds like a fucking 18-wheeler coming down the fucking side street, dude. So that's probably why I'm like, oh, dude, this thing, dude.
Yeah, this is our new location, right? So, last time we were on the second floor of an apartment. Now we're on the second floor of our house.
So sick, wild, dude.
Yeah. So it's great.
And I didn't even have a place back then. I don't think.
Yeah, that's right. We were living where again? The streets? I don't remember. You didn't have a place to live?
I was with like family, but that doesn't count because that sucks, dude.
Yeah. I know how much you hate families. You talk about it all the
I
time.
fucking can't stand families, dude. And
Can't stand Fast and
But
Furious.
now I have
Yeah, seriously.
Now I have-
Olive Garden, fuck that place, dude.
now I have my own place, dude. So a lot of
Yeah.
shit has changed, dude.
Yeah, dude, we're growing up. No one heard you last time, but we'll post that one before this one.
Yeah, right,
And then we'll post this one. Or
Right,
should we
dude.
do it the other way around? Post this one.
right, dude.
And then, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. I don't have to figure it out with you guys. I'll just figure it out.
Let's just not put up the pretense like we think about what we're doing.
That's true. It just happens. But
We kind of made the decision to record this
this afternoon.
about 6 hours ago.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
afternoon. We're like, we should do it, huh?
5 years ago, we just got busy. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
We finally have some time now, dude.
Yeah, dude. I finally carved out a little fractional fragment of time.
Who knows how
To-
often
to
we'll
be
get
an
it,
idiot,
but
yeah.
every moment will be sweet.
But we got it. And you've been listening to Second Class Cinema. If you'd like more information, visit us on Facebook, facebook.com/Second Class Cinema. And
You can
we're,
read our 5-year-old posts.
yeah. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to say that stuff.
You have to.
I'm not gonna.
Just
I don't
do it.
have to. Well, I mean, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and we're not on TikTok, but maybe we should be. I don't know.
Let's
You
get
know
this
where to
thing going,
find
dude.
us.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're
If you're alive in 2023, you know how to fucking find anything.
exactly right. When we were doing this before, it
Oh,
wasn't as
that's-
easy. We had to actually tell people
That
where we were.
makes sense,
But guess
right.
where? We're on Spotify, so that's the end all be all.
Oh,
we're on,
yeah, that
makes
we're
sense.
on
Right.
iTunes and Spotify. So
Look at us.
Yep.
that's right. We've been on Spotify for a long time. I don't know how we got there, but it happened.
we made it.
But we made it. So we don't make any money on it.
No.
I wouldn't think we would.
I mean, I would love to just
Not
keep
that
it.
we've never
Jesus.
attempted to make any money doing it.
No, I'm
I don't
just
think
saying.
we.
Which is
deserve
why we
money.
play it so. That's why we play it so fast and loose.
I don't know.
I mean, I was hoping we'd maybe eventually get $10, but
In
I
an
don't think it
envelope?
ever
In an
happened.
envelope.
but they don't know where we live.
That's why our
Yeah.
5 fans love us. Our
Yeah.
devil may care attitude.
Yeah.
That's us. But it's nice to do it again.
It is, dude.
Hopefully this audio when I hit play writes to the device and we have it, because for some reason I have a feeling in my stomach because the microphones weren't working, like something bad's gonna happen. But hopefully it doesn't,
Hopefully it doesn't.
and
dude.
hopefully it didn't.
And hopefully this is the first of many
Yeah,
new episodes.
of
dude.
many.
Either way, it was lovely being here with you all.
Of many, dude.
All right, that's that.